Okay, so it's time for the final chapter, reading this book from bed. This story is called Extreme Sledding, East End Style. All right, so this photo is just not all that helpful, but that is me and Tom and Kelly and a couple of black dogs, probably Tita and Moochie, most likely. Taking a look at that sled hill. I don't know if that's before or after this story takes place. Anyway, down the driveway and across the road from our house was a very long and steep hill. At the bottom were large stands of willow bushes. If you were to compare it to a downhill ski run, it would be a double black diamond. One day, Pete and his friend Kim decided to take a 17-foot canoe down that hill. They carried the canoe all the way down the driveway, and it wasn't until they were sitting in it, almost ready to go, that they realized it may not be a very good idea because the hill was much steeper in reality than it had been in their imagination. Two big macho guys aren't going to admit they are scared though, so off they went. Pete estimated that the canoe was hurtling down the hill at about 60 miles an hour because the snow was perfect for speed. They had to bail out of the canoe before they hit the bushes, but it doesn't feel very good to go from 60 miles an hour to 0 in a second. Snow may seem soft, but it isn't when you're going that fast. After their canoe trip, I decided it'd be fun to sled down that same hill. I begged and begged Pete to take me, but he knew it was a bad idea, so he kept telling me no. One day, he was working on the Bronco and once again told me no, so I decided to go alone. I stomped down the long driveway, tugging my plastic sled behind me. As I sat down the sled and looked down the hill, I had a moment of fear, but I figured I'd gotten that far, I wasn't going to wimp out now, so off I went. I got going so fast that I knew I was definitely in danger. I tried to roll out of the sled before I got to the bottom, but I was already going so fast that I tumbled and rolled the rest of the way down the hill and right into the bushes. I had what we call a yard sale. My hat and gloves flew off my body as I came down the hill, and my moon boots went right off my feet when I hit the bushes. My sled kept on going without me, but luckily it got caught in the bushes not far from where I finally landed. My mouth was very painful and bleeding quite a bit. I crawled around, collecting my clothes and sled, crying and leaving a bloody trail all over the snow. It was a very long and tiring crawl up that hill. When I finally got up our driveway, I was wet, cold, tired, in pain, and crying loudly. Pete hollered at me from under the hood of the Bronco, but when he and Mom saw me, they realized I actually had hurt myself. Mom cleaned me up and put some ice on my fat lip because I'd bitten through it, and she had to take me to the dentist because I had knocked my top front teeth loose. I never went sledding on that hill again. Alright, so here's a page about Uncle Tom. There's Uncle Tom with Little Tom. Oh, it's probably also Uncle Tom with Little Tom, but in Alaska. And Uncle Tom and Little Tom and probably Cousin Jenny. I think. Or is it? I can't tell. I don't know. Jenny and her sister look a lot alike, and Tom and Kelly look a lot alike, so. Uncle Tom was a very important person in Pete's life. He spent quite a bit of time with Uncle Tom as a kid and respected him a great deal. He also had a fascinating life, so I'll be sure to include some stories about him in a future book. One of the stories I was always told is that he trained the horses that are used in The Wizard of Oz for the Horse of Many Colors. He was the horse trainer for that movie. There we all are in front of Pete's mom's fireplace. I've got puffy kitties, I think, on my blue sweatshirt. My brothers are once again in that adorable matching outfit. And Mom and Pete. Mom is pregnant, and that's Pete. It's probably Tom she's pregnant with, just judging by what Pete looks like. Mom and the boys when they were younger. Kelly did not like his photo taken. Oh, and then I've got Merry Christmas. Kelly and Santa. And me and Santa. So this was when I was still living in Hawaii, probably. And then Tom and Santa. That little nugget. All right. All done.